Good morning, Wilmington. I say good morning, Wilmington.
All right, and we are back. This has been an amazing morning.
I told you.
It has been I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you.
And our next guest is Sharece Sellem Hannah. She's an award-winning playwright who utilizes theater for advocacy. A play she wrote and produced in 2019, Matthew Rising, shines a spotlight on the struggles of a fiction urban family in New Haven, Connecticut. Navigating the harsh realities of poverty and the opioid epidemic, this work has inspired the documentary Silence on the Streets, produced in collaboration with
New England Haida.
New England
Haida. Sorry, guys. Which delves into the complexities of drug trafficking, social determinants of health, and recovery efforts. Premiering at Southern Connecticut State University on December 13th this year, and the RX Summit in Atlanta, Georgia on April 2nd, 2024.
And she will be here.
Oh, she's going to be here tomorrow. Here in this studio tomorrow. The documentary has since garnered widespread attention, which requests for screenings pouring in from various locations across the United States. Please welcome
Sharece. All right. Miss Playwright, turned down filmmaker.
Yes.
Okay. Welcome to the Plaza.
Thank you.
And since we're on mindset, how did you, what was your mindset going into this? Because, again, playwright to advocacy through film is two different avenues.
Yes.
Right? So what was that like?
Yeah, so I really found myself blending these two worlds together because I'm a writer, right? I've been writing since I was a child. I've always been an artist.
Yeah.
And wrote and directed a lot of plays in New Haven. That's my passion. But I found myself also working in the human services field. And so at this time, when this whole idea came together, I worked for an organization, Clifford Beer's Clinic in New Haven.
Yeah.
And it's a mental health organization.
Right.
I was a wellness coordinator. I was promoted to a program administrator.
Okay.
And I noticed on Facebook there were these posts about fentanyl. There were these young people, black young people in New Haven. I just kept seeing these posts, and I'm like, what is going on?
Right.
And so that just really sparked a fire in me. I knew I had to put this on stage and really unpack the issues. And so we did that. It was a community effort. I had the backing of Alice Forrester, who was the CEO of Clifford Bears at the time, and we put together that play, and things just kind of took off from there. So
how was it received?
Very well. The feedback that we got from providers is that they didn't realize the day-to-day issues, logistics is what really, it prevents people, the barriers. It prevents people from accessing the care that they need.
Right.
They didn't realize how overwhelmed people are when they're in poverty.
Yeah.
And how it can make them more susceptible to something like this crisis.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Now this crisis is a huge crisis. Fentanyl, you can take a little hit of fentanyl and you're DOA.
Yep, 2 milligrams.
Did any of this play resonate with you, and how?
Yes, it really made me go back to my personal history. I was born in the 80s, right? I've seen the crack era, right?
And you saw that from where?
From my house.
Not Delaware?
Yeah, no, I'm from Connecticut.
From Connecticut. So
originally, yeah.
So seeing that in Connecticut is different from seeing it in Delaware or New York. What was it like seeing that in
In the inner city in Hartford, Connecticut is rough, right? So that's where I'm from originally. At the time when I was a small child, we lived in charter oak projects.
Okay.
And so, substance use was very normal. At the time, right? Crack specific, drug trafficking, very normal. And so that's what made me think about that.
Right.
This crisis, some of the dynamics.
Yeah. And back there, and you remember, you were from downstate, right?
I'm from Lower Delaware.
So you remember in the 80s, man, and it's crazy when they start talking about, opioids and fentanyl, and you start thinking about how it was in the 80s for us growing up.
Yeah.
It was, and I thank God that, because how weed is so common now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Crack back then was common because it was the new drug, right?
Yeah.
And it was like, you could be at a party and like, yo, hit this.
Right.
And then you're gone.
Right.
And they said crack was so powerful that it was the only drug that mothers walked away from their babies from.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
So doing this play like this, let me ask you, what are you hoping to happen after like these panel discussions and these premieres that you're having because you're going to a couple of states to do this?
We need awareness.
Yes.
We need education. I mean, there's just so much about addiction. There's so much nuance to addiction and poverty, everything relating to social determinants of health, which is basically like your environment, right? All of these things have an effect on who you are as a person, how you show up in this world, trauma, all of this stuff is interconnected. We need education on that. It helps to destigmatize it because we have stigma in society, but we also have stigma in our own communities, right? And so until we address that, you know, we're not going to get out of this. And so that's really the goal of the film, is to educate people on the issues. Like, let them know, just like how the play did. That's what the film is doing, is exposing all of the nuance.
Did you always grow up in advocacy?
I wouldn't say I grew up in advocacy.
But
in a weird way, kind of, yes, because I went to Martin Luther King School. Right? Like, that was a part of my foundation, right? Even, you know, my grandparents, there's some connection there with Martin Luther King. They knew him when he was a kid, you know, in Alabama. So in that sense, yes, I guess it existed in my world. But I have a lot of fire in me, just from things that I have seen and have witnessed and have been a part of and grew up in. And so that informs my work.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
What I love about this, again, it goes back to every single person that sat in that seat today has talked about the reason why and the importance and helping people, and that it's not just certain people, it's everyone. Because no matter where you go in this United States of America, it's there. I'm from Lower Delaware, which is as slow as it gets, right, in the state of Delaware, and a small town called Frankfort, Delaware. And even being there, this opioid epidemic is prevalent. You know, our young people are dropping dead, left and right, from good families. Not just poverty. I mean, good families, 2-family homes, whatever you would consider a good family. And so it's everybody. It affects everyone. So it's important that we have this awareness. And I'm excited to hear about it's a movie premiere, correct?
Yes. Documentary screening.
Documentary. Yes, I'm excited about that.
So it's a panel discussion. I think I know we're at capacity. We'll be here with the Lieutenant Governor to talk about it, and and then we have the Q&A tomorrow. If you're at home and you can't, because I'm sorry, you can't get in, you can definitely watch it here on DETV channel 28 and on all our social media. It's a special screening tomorrow, and it's going to be impactful because, again, awareness is the key.
I do want to add that the screening that's happening tomorrow is a 45-minute version of it, so I would say it's like a highlight reel of the full version of the film. And this is being led by the Behavioral Health Consortium in Delaware, and also Mental Health Association of Delaware, which is my job. I'm very proud of them. I love mental health.
So when you took that to BCH, right? BHC.
Yes.
When you took it to BHC, what did they say? Were they all on board when you?
Immediately, open arms. Rita Landgraf, I need to shout her out specifically.
Love her.
Yes,
Love her.
Amazing. And she understood it. The minute I explained it to her, she lit up. She was like, yes, we need this. Delaware needs to see this. You know, send her the trailer. She's seen the film, so she knows, you know.
I can't wait.
And Alexia Wolf, both of them are really passionate.
Alexia hit me up, and she was like, look, Rita want to do this. And I'm like, oh, I love Rita. Whatever Rita want to do. And then when she told me what it was, and I was like, oh, yeah. And then they introduced me to you, and I was like, oh, yeah, this is going to be dope. This is going to be really dope. I'm super excited about it. Is there anything else you want people to know about this amazing body of work?
Well, it's just that, one, I'm really, really grateful to New England HIDA for, you know, getting behind this. You know, specifically Rob Lawler and Anna Gazinski. They're the executive directors of this project. They recognized pretty quickly that this was an issue, and they wanted to do something creative. So it was their choice to make a documentary film. You know, so that's how we even got to this point. So I'm just, you know, grateful that they gave me that platform, and here we are. So
You ready to go?
I am.
Oh my gosh. Make sure you check it out tomorrow night. I am super excited. Bring your popcorn, bring your chips, bring your questions. And we're having Q&A for people as well.
Yeah.
This is going to be a monumental thing right here, because I don't think I've seen anything yet that's on this caliber when it comes to opioid. So congratulations again for this. You coming? Can you come? Because I know you got a
We
lot of
would
stuff.
love to have you.
Let me see what I can do. I work after school too.
Bring the kids.
Okay.
It's not that simple. But I'll do my best to get back here tomorrow. Yes.
Okay.
All right. There's your camera. Which one's our camera?
The
Same one. This one right here.
Okay.
I was going to call him out on TV, but I'm like, no, I'm going to call him out. Go ahead. That's your camera. Go ahead and tell the world what you want them to know.
Awareness is key, right? Education is key. We've got to know deeply about these issues in order for us to really, fight this crisis. This crisis is affecting everybody. Everyone knows someone who's been affected by it. So, yeah, as much as you can educate yourself, please do it, because that's the only thing that's going to really help.
You have a website? What's your website?
Vintage Soul Productions.
I like it.
Yeah, Vintage Soul Productions.
You should add the soul train thing.
So you're starting again and I'll sing, and we'll be in trouble.
Well, I'll hit you with the woo woos like Jodeci, right? And you go and do your thing. Thank you so much for coming. And again, thank you for doing what you do. Yeah, because you didn't have to.
That's right.
And that's what makes you a capeless superhero. I swear to God, we need some trophies.
I know.
Capeless superhero trophies. All right, that's our time for today. Be sure to check us out, DETV. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow. Did you give them your website?
Just www.vintagesoulproductions.com.
Okay. My professional ADD.
I see.
Did you have a good time?
I did.
All right.
But wait a minute. Don't forget, May 17th, May 18th, Glasgow High School's 50th anniversary. Our students are doing a student showcase on the 17th. Please come and support our students. They're important, and we need you to be there.
Tomorrow night, DETV. Make sure you stay here for a special screening of this amazing playwright's work. You don't want to miss it. And again, a special shout out to our amazing guest for today. It was Mindset Monday here on DETV.
Awesome.
Yo, Mindset Monday. TED Talk. We had TEDx. We had TEDx speakers. We had some millionaire real estate development companies. We had amazing playwright. And guess what? No, I don't even call her playwright. She's not a playwright no more. We had an amazing director and a creative of this amazing art piece of body of work that will be worldwide and will be in theaters near you in 2025. And who else? And the governor. Ooh.
Yeah, the governor. Don't forget the governor. He's announcing.
The governor is announcing. Matter of fact, Jesus, let's run the credits. Just run the credits. Good morning, Wilmington.
Too much fun.
Thank you for tuning.